What can you use EFT on? Stressful thoughts, limiting beliefs, even persistent physical symptoms, phobias. Because EFT is non-invasive, non-toxic, and works with the energy meridians of the body, it can't hurt. It's not self-hypnosis. It's not positive thinking. It is simply a way to reorganize the energy patterns of your body while you're thinking about a thought, a belief, a symptom, or an experience that brings you stress or pain or suffering. So for example, I might do EFT about this shoot. This is my very first video. And I would begin by identifying the thought. So my thought is, I'm anxious about doing this video. Once you've identified a thought, you put it into a setup statement. The setup statement is intended to both focus your attention on what you want to shift and to deal with what's called psychological reversal. Psychological reversal occurs when we have such deep-seated beliefs that keep us in the state of mind or body that we're currently in, that even working with the energy patterns won't shift it. And before your body, your system can be amenable to this work, you need to deal with that psychological reversal. Fortunately, it's very simple, and Gary Craig has simply included that and folded it into the entire EFT process. So you begin by finding the sore point. The sore spot is where lymphatic fluid gathers in your chest. And as you do EFT more and more, you may notice that it's not so sore. But essentially you're going about 3 fingers down from the outside of your collarbone and in a few inches. And if you just probe around gently, you will find a spot that's sorer than any other one, than the adjacent spots. So as you rub the sore spot, you repeat your setup statement. Now, how do you get to your setup statement? You take the thought or symptom that's bothering you and you put it into this form. Even though I have this anxiety, I completely and deeply accept myself. If you were working with a fear of snakes, even though I have this fear of snakes, I completely and deeply accept myself. Let's say you are working with financial concerns. Even though I have this worry about money, I deeply and completely accept myself. The important parts of this phrase are, even though I have this. Even though I have this, and then you insert the symptom or situation you're working with. And after you've inserted that, you say, I completely and deeply accept myself. So you repeat that 3 times as you rub the sore spot. This is the setup. So even though I have this anxiety about making a video, I completely and deeply accept myself. Even though I have this anxiety about making a video, I completely and deeply accept myself. Even though I have this anxiety about making a video, I completely and deeply accept myself. Now sometimes you may not feel very accepting. You certainly may not feel completely accepting. You don't have to believe the statement to say it. Craig suggests that you say it with as much conviction as you can muster. And if you simply can't put any conviction into it, that's fine too. After you've said your setup statement, you move to the tapping sequence. If you'll recall, you take 2 fingers, index and middle finger, put them together, and you begin tapping at the inside of the eyebrow. But first, you want to shorten your setup phrase, setup sentence, setup statement, so that you can repeat it as you tap. My setup phrase was, even though I have this anxiety about making a video, I completely and deeply accept myself. So my shorter statement could be this anxiety. It could be that short. It could be this anxiety about making a video. If you notice me cutting my eyes sideways, that's because the chickens are outside. Let's just take a moment and see if the camera will pick them up. Okay, you're looking out. Oh, there we go. There we go. That's Miss Nelson and Viola Swamp. Let's see. Miss Nelson. There's Miss Nelson. Hi, Miss Nelson. And if we move up, you can just see Viola Swamp and Daisy Bell back there among the Brussels sprouts. Okay, so we'll go back and refocus the video. I love having chickens. They're so sociable, and I guess they're just so darn cute. So where was I? We were short. So the setup statement, even though I have this anxiety about making a video, I shortened that to this anxiety about video, whatever works for you. I tend to go for the shorter statements. They're just, I'm less likely to get tongue-tied. As you do the tapping sequence now, you're going to repeat the setup phrase. So as I do the tapping sequence, I will repeat my setup phrase. Even though I haven't... As I do the tapping sequence, you'll notice I repeat the setup phrase at each point, and I tap until the phrase is complete. You want to tap approximately 5 to 7 times in each spot. This anxiety, 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 this anxiety. And you'll notice I tapped on my ring finger there. It's not necessary, and I often do it, I just forget. Now we go to the 9 gamut sequence. And again, I connect with my setup thought, this anxiety, and I find the gamut point. Close my eyes, open them. Hard down to the right, hard down to the left. Roll them one way and roll them the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excuse me. And now back to the tapping. This anxiety, 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 this anxiety. That's all there is to it.